Hi, all. This is Dr. J and my buddy Jake's doing live from Long Island, New York, and Austin, Texas, where the weather is kind of nice in Long Island and probably, let me guess, hot in Austin.
No, I'm not in Austin today. I'm on a farm 6 hours west of Austin. So it's kind of cool. It's like 80 degrees.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees. It's not
nice.
Yeah, I'm on a farm this weekend.
On a farm, like with old McDonald.
Yeah, exactly. Like horses and cows and chickens.
Wow, I haven't ridden a horse since I was like 26.
Yeah, there's a horse outside my door. Comes over.
Do you ride?
No,
you don't.
I want to, but no, I haven't. Yeah, there's something that I really want to try out.
I never got good at it. I just got saddle sore a lot.
What do you go riding at?
My cousin had a ranch in near Pennsylvania, all the way out the western end of Jersey. So I used to ride some of his horses, and he was a little sadistic and gave me an overly spirited thoroughbred one day and taught me a lesson. Linda, hey. Hey to Linda. Linda's keeping her spirits up despite AEMD.
Yeah, Linda's always.
Tim, you got any good ones for us today? AXDX or something?
Yeah, what's going on with that one?
I don't know. Maybe we should look at it.
Yeah, we should look at it. I'm curious.
Yeah. I listed about 1 million stocks that we might look at, but the one for sure that I want to look at is CVM. And I think we actually may have made a bottom in CVM.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Well, I mean, not that it matters, right?
APT is poop. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not doing testing anymore.
Not been behaving well, but unfortunately for me, I have much more money invested in Lake than I do in APT. But nevertheless, I don't like to be underwater with anything.
Oh, yeah.
Linda and I agree. CVM chart looks bullish. It has turned bullish. We're going to look at that chart. Chris is here with us today. Green Mountain the mountains are less green lately. Yeah, especially in the biotech world, right? And Chris is with us from Southern Illinois, where it's probably pretty hot. I think it's hotter in the Midwest. Hot today, Chris? Greg is going to have a picnic lunch. And the reason we're getting killed is, as Greg puts it, the IBB is down. Come back today. We got almost all the regulars. You know who we haven't seen here lately? We haven't.
Yeah, well, that guy.
Heath. I've been texting back and forth with Heath all morning. He said he's going to be on it too, but I guess he got tied up.
Godfather. It's that one guy, Jigglypuff. He's funny.
Yeah, everybody's taking a beating, Confucia. It's not just you. What is this questions and concerns all of a sudden about convalescent plasma, that it's not been rigorously tested? Who gives a damn? If it works, right? What is this? Who cares?
Yeah, let's see. That one's been taking a beating, huge beating.
Not that you're fading out. I don't. My hearing is not good enough to hear you when you're talking.
Yeah, it's probably me. I'm on a farm. So reception.
Yeah, CODX is another one that stings co-diagnostics, but I haven't given up. Bo is correct. Your observation is correct. Even AstraZeneca, which I believe is definite winner, there's nothing left, and there's no juice left. So we need to get a resurgence.
Oh, no, we don't.
You know, one thing that Spike and I nailed on Wednesday was BNTX, BioNTech. I started to drool over that chart. I said, this is the time to go into BioNTech. So what did I do? I went into BioNTech. And what is it up? It's up. Last I looked.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Good call.
That was a good call.
It.
Spike and I nailed that one. Uh-oh. Are you betting the farm that you're on BCRX or a different farm?
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, I'm on a farm and I am betting the farm on.
And you are betting the farm.
But I'm not betting this particular farm on BCRX.
I just checked my average entry point for BCRX, and it's higher than it's trading now.
The entry point is higher than, yeah, okay, well. Yeah.
In other words, I'm below water a little bit.
Yeah, so am I. But still very bullish.
Yeah, I'm bullish. Even though the things I don't like about it, I told you I don't like the fact that the trial is constructed with hydrochloroquine as a control group. I mean, that's insane.
Pretty easy to beat.
Yeah, it should have been remdesivir, though. That would have proved more.
Well, Rem is in there, too.
All right.
Yeah.
So
the doctor is running in this, is doing a trial on Rem, too.
All right, so I'm going to take requests. Also, Trillium, TRIL, was requested by one of our followers, Boy Wonder, on
Trillium is great.
What's that?
Trillium is great. I used to be in Trillium, and when it was 30 cents, and
I
bailed around 290. That was fantastic.
Yeah, Trillium was requested. CYRX was requested. A couple of others. I can't remember them all. But let's get to the charts. And you want to start with CVM or?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's start with CVM. I like Linda. I share that feeling that it's bottomed, at least for the short term. We don't know. Ultimately, we don't know. But for the short term, it looks like it's bottomed.
Yeah, I think it runs up to 15 next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you might get news on the University of Georgia research on leaps. That might be interesting. We might get the data any day now, which would be very interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean, the data any day now. I mean, you saw the live Q&A on Reddit, which is crazy. But I don't think data any day now. I think September. I don't think August. But by the way,
well,
Garrett, speaking, it doesn't seem like you'll be.
We're practically in September. I'm worried about my September calls and puts. Very worried.
Yeah, September maybe. It doesn't look like it, like from the way he was speaking, it doesn't look like it'll be in August or early September. So the September call.
It may not even be October. Who the hell knows?
It might not even be this year.
100 hospitals that have to, the principal investigator of 100 different hospitals has to certify the data and sign off. That you know, they could say, I'm busy. I have COVID patients or whatever. And in some of these hospitals, they're scattered around all over the world, these hospitals. By the way, the averages are doing okay. They're in positive territory. The S&P is up a small fraction, but the Dow is up a bigger 0.5%. NASDAQ up 0.25%, and the Russell is again the laggard. What's happening with the overall broad market? We're only getting juice out of Amazon and Apple and those kinds, and Tesla. Come on, we need this rally to be more widespread across the Russell, across 2,000 stocks. Then I'll be convinced that this rally is going to take us to really new heights. The NASDAQ is okay. The Dow is a laggard as well. You can't see it today, but it's a laggard. So the leader of the pack is the NASDAQ, followed by the S&P right now. All right. Anyway, let's look at CVM. I see Co-Diagnostics is up 9 pennies for change. That's pretty good. APT is down 6%. Oh my goodness. That's not good.
No, it's not good.
They're really punishing Alpha Protect. And for what reason, I don't know. Their earnings were pretty good. And they have future orders up to the zoo. What do they want? What do they want? They got more mask orders than they know what to do with. Maybe that's the problem. Production can't crank it out quick enough. But they still earned. They earned. I forget what, but they earned pretty. They had very good earnings, I thought. All right, sell size 4 pennies on the day. It's still up. As long as it's up, green is better than red. You learned that.
Yeah, once again, data is the only thing that matters. I don't even look at leaps.
Yeah.
As it concerns me when they talk about leaps.
All right, so what I did is I drew a line at when it had one big green candle that marked the turnaround, and I believe here on you made a multi-week low on 8/11. So it went down pretty much like a rock from 6/25 to 8/11, from June 25th to August 11th, from a high of 1710 to where I believe it bottomed out at 1144. The next day we have a big green candle, and we continued to rally, and then we gave back on the next 3 days. We gave back to within the body of this green candle, which I like. So it did not go below the body of this green candle, which to me says a lot. And now it looks like it's trying to rally again. So I think we found pretty good support, not here at 1144, but up here at 1205. I think is pretty good support. This line here. So the top line, I think, is now support, which is a move up from the bottom line. The 1144 level didn't surprise me because look, back here on May 27th, you had lows of 1182, 1185, and 1186, 3 days in a row. So this low was a little bit lower than that, but not much. So I wasn't particularly surprised by this dip. It did not make a clean break of these lows back here in May. So I wasn't too worried at that point. I'm much less worried now. and I might even buy some more. Some more. Why not? You know,
I mean,
I cut my
you plan
collection
on swing
in half.
trading it?
I'm cutting my collection, and I cut my collection in half, and I want to start increasing it again, I think. What did you say, Jay?
No, I said are you planning on swing trading CVM, or are you just buying more for the data?
I'm buying, I'm not sure whether I'm buying it for a trade or for data. I'm going to play it by ear.
Okay.
In other words, if I have enough of a gain prior to data, I might just take it. Otherwise, if it's a point or two, I might let it ride.
Yeah, options are
I think we
risky at
lost
this
your
point. Just you just don't know how long it would take.
we lost your picture. We have an optimist here, one Mr. Optimistic. Why should CVM go well into the 20s pre-data? That's a big statement, MA. I want to know why. That's a big statement. Well into the 20s. You mean 25 pre-data? Is that what you're thinking? That's a big statement. Heath made it. Heath is working on a ponytail. That's funny. Are you serious, Heath? Maybe he's serious. Okay. All right. So we have some optimists on this board. And the reason MA is giving me is fear of missing out. I don't think so. Why all of a sudden fear of missing out as opposed to all along? Everybody was thinking data could be any day. Yes, I'll move the banner. I cannot leave the banner on when I'm charting because then you can't see. Jake! What happened to Jake? Jake! What happened to you? We keep losing Jake. Oh, there you are. You disappeared. You flashed off the screen. All right, so CVM, fear of missing out. That's the final verdict. I don't think that it's going to go into the 20s before data. I would doubt it. But hey, MA, I hope you're right. That's only a good thing. We've had a beautiful consolidation pattern. You can argue all the way back to the highs that it made in early May of $18. You can argue that all of this since that time is a very big consolidation pattern. And now it looks like it's beginning to break north of that consolidation pattern. So that's, we'll see. If it dips below 1144, my suspicion is we're not done with the lows, and we probably will test this somewhere in this red candle here between 966 and 1030. So I think $10 could be the bottom if it takes out 1144. Not that I see that happening, but you gotta wait and see with this chart. Truthfully, I'm not going to. I don't think I personally am going to add unless it goes above 1323. Above 1323, I'll be more interested in a possible move, possible run up. So I like the chart, but I'm not going to buy yet. Linda, of course, is smarter than me, so she'll buy earlier and make more money.
Yeah, if I was going to buy, I'll probably do it now, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I have a feeling they're going to run it up to 14 and 15.
Yeah, 14 and 15 seems reasonable. But not 25 like MA is predicting.
I mean, maybe, right? If they can really push the FOMO, but
the thing that would
tough.
propel it to 25 is COVID news. You'd have to get some amazing COVID news.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, at least it's not. It's too late to the game.
You'd have to say, no, it's not too late because this virus isn't going anywhere for another year at least. All right. Lakeland Industries is actually up and making me money. This has quickly become one of my biggest positions in the COVID space. This is definitely a COVID play because when COVID disappears, this will implode. And that's the only thing keeping it down. Sales, I'm sure, are robust. Earnings are going to be blowout. Over a 4-quarter span, this could earn $4 easily. And if you put a 10 times multiple on that, you're looking at a $40 stock. And even if you put a 7 times multiple on it, you're looking at a $28 stock. I recently unloaded some near the top, but not enough to really benefit. I unloaded some. And I've been buying almost every day. Now, I like the action over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I like the action today. Even though the price increments have been small, it's definitely the correct direction. So we have a nice little rally going, stemming from the low of 814. So it looks very possible at 814, 1966 is as low as it's going to go and for a while. And come earnings, come September, I think we could be looking at even a new high. Take this old high out of 2768. So I'm looking for really blowout earnings, and I'm not going to make the mistake of holding much longer than that. So I plan on selling most of my shares pre-market or extended market after the earnings. I'm willing to stay in for the earnings unless it hits 26, 27 pre-earnings. So I might take some off then. But I have a lot of it, so I'm going to be looking to sell some for a profit.
Yeah, September 14th.
September what?
September 14th.
Oh, I thought it was earlier. Spike estimated the 9th because the previous earnings came out on the 9th of what month? Of June, July, August, September, yeah. So the previous earnings are on the 9th.
Yeah, this should be a good one.
That's good. So it gives like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks for it to keep on moving up. And that's what I want to see on this. I actually stopped buying at this point. I think I have enough. By the way, our opinions are strictly our own, right?
Yep.
And did I constitute investment advice? No. Does not constitute investment advice. You have to check with your investment advisor or your wife or your dog or somebody more qualified than Jake and I. We're just good at telling jokes. Right, Jake?
That's true.
What's your all-time favorite joke? Do you have one?
You know, I'm not much of a joke guy, you know? I'm more of a situational humor guy. Not much of a joke guy.
Then I'll tell the jokes and you laugh. Does that work for you?
Yeah, listen, that's been our dynamic. Yeah. Completely.
Okay.
Let's keep that going.
All right. So that's fine. I'll have to think of a joke. I'll ask Alexa next time before I come on to tell me a joke. But we have a nice little trend line starting here. I like it. I like it. I didn't draw it perfect, but I like it. Nice little trend line forming. I'd rather see some parallelism. There we go. It's a little more parallel now. That's okay. So I'm trying to draw, parallel lines, but I'm not the best at it. In any event, we have a nice little trend line going. Okay, so I like CVM, I like Lake. Nothing new, nothing astonishingly new there. And we want to look at some requests. I had some requests from stock twits. Welcome to all those stock twitters who couldn't be with us live, who are here on replay. And you're going to see the same thing that people see live, but try to join us live because we consider ourselves a family, and we want to see the other members of the family. MICKEYMOUSC, right? Isn't that the words to the song? Something with family.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. All right, so don't you feel that way about our followers, the people that we talk to all the time? They're like part of the family. I feel that way. I was talking about who's missing lately. Jigglypuff found us again, thank goodness. But I haven't seen Lynn in a long time.
Is he here?
Who else?
Yeah, where is he? Where's Jigglypuff? He's funny.
Jigglypuff, I had to work real hard. Magnificent Answer had to help me get him back. And I missed Jackie. Kamal, we still see. What other regulars that haven't been coming lately? A couple of them. So I want to see Jackie and I want to see Lynn. I hope they're doing well. All right. Let's take a look at Trillium. Trillium is immunotherapy, right?
Yeah. Trillium is great. If I just lost the password to my account for a year, I'll be super rich.
You had it in your account for about a year, and then when you sold it, it went up 8 times. That's what happens to every stock.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, if I just lock myself out of the account, I'll be
from
whole different spot.
24 cents to 10.77. That's one hell of a move. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Wow. This is some move.
Yeah,
what was the news that it spiked on? Do you know?
You know what? I really don't even remember. I got into it. It was definitely undervalued. Totally undervalued, and they just laid off like 40 people, and their competitor was trading at $40. So that's why I went in, and then the momentum just kept building. It was one of those situations. I mean, I'm sure there was news after I left, but it's one of those situations where it just keep on gaining momentum, and the market finally adjusted the fair market rate for the stock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
I mean, this is one straight rocket ship up from July 30th. when it was at 575, we practically doubled in what, a month, 2 months, no, 1 month, not even a month, doubled in not even a month, and went to as high as 1077. Some hell of a move. I don't know what the heck they do, but on any pullback, a serious pullback, I would look to get into this. What I mean by a serious pullback is one to the middle of this green candle or to the 50-day at about $8 and change. So a pullback into the $8 range looks pretty good. It may not be easy to get. I expect with this kind of run up, there'll be some sort of correction. I always look, if I'm looking to get into these things at a ready run, I look for the pullback. I don't like to chase. So I would look for something like this level. Something like, well, maybe a little higher than that, 781, $8, something like that. But you also got to respect support at this key high at 884? 884. All right, so you might consider, if you're anxious to own some of this, again, I don't know the fundamentals, but if you're anxious to own some of this, $8.90 to $9 area looks like one place that you might consider entering. You got support, at least support from the high here and the high on the 20th of July, I believe. So you have that support. Okay, let's look at ADAP, which MA Magnificent Answer was very upset that we didn't have time to chart the last time. And I actually went into ADAP on a swing trade, which I am currently losing some money on. But that's okay. If I lose, I lose. I've lost before. It wouldn't be the first time.
Mm-hmm. It won't be the last.
Hopefully it won't be the last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't mind losing as long as you win more than you lose. And that's the nature of the beast. All right, so I was looking for the middle of this green candle for an entry point, but it looks to me like it went down a little lower. But as long as it stays in the body of this green candle, I am happy with my bet. I think I paid $870, if I remember correctly. And I was looking for like $9.95, and with a sell below the low here at about 750 would be my take my stop loss. So if you go, I might actually add to this. So if I add to this, I would add right here with a stop at 750, and I'll keep my 995 target just below this high. This high is 1049. But my target was lower. I think it was 995. So I will probably add to this position after the show. That's my thinking. I'm going to add to this. They have an interesting immunotherapy product. Immunotherapy is all over the place. It's all you hear, immunotherapy. Well, some of them make it. Most of them bite the dust, but some of them make it, and those who make it big. So maybe this will be one of them that makes it big, along with CVM, right? You know what I give?
Hopefully.
Let me just say one thing about CVM. there are a lot of things I like about CVM and what reasons to be in it. And there are a lot of things some things I don't like. But one of the things I really have to get Kirsten credit for is the trial design. It's the first immunotherapy drug that I know of that is administered prior to the standard of care. And that makes all the difference in the world, because the standard of care, whether it be surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, is lowering the immune system, lowering the immune response. So by the time you get to the immunotherapy treatment, there's nothing left. There's nothing left to draw upon. Your immune system's already shot to hell. This way, you get the really strong immune response from day one, and then you try the other stuff. So to me, it makes all the sense in the world. I give him a lot of credit for that trial design. So I just wanted to comment. But this chart,
and I mean, it's a great story, right? I mean, if it works out, it'll be fantastic.
Win, lose, or draw, I give him a lot of credit for the design of the trial. Beautiful that he was able to pull that off. Oncosec, one of the problems with that trial is that they have an immunotherapy drug that had to be administered after the standard of care. And that weakened its effect, I believe, in its trial, I think, for melanoma. All right. What do you want to look? So what's the story? What's the next one that people wanted me to chart? BCRX?
Yeah, you gotta do BCRX.
BCRX.
I mean, Jigglypuff's not here, but we still gotta do it.
Jigglypuff, this is for you, man. He'll be watching.
Yeah.
The 2 o'clock time, I only gave an hour notice, on StockTwits, so people didn't know. We probably don't have the usual we probably don't have the full contingent of regulars, but we have a nice subset. Okay, BioCris Pharmaceuticals. Remember we said this looks like a turnaround? Well, so far, so good. Even though it came back down, it's still on trend, and it's still hugging the 100-day. So, and the 100-day is still going up, along with the 9-day, along with the 50-day. All the averages are turning up. I think this is just a temporary pullback. Stocks go up, stocks go down. It's one of those things.
Yeah, the entire market.
I kind of think if you like this one, no, Jake, if you like this one for the fundamentals, there's no reason to wait to buy it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Whoa, I bought some this morning.
You bought some?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're really a man of your conviction. You're a man of your convictions, Jake.
Yeah, like I said, I'm putting the house on this one, so it'll be
no, you're putting your money where your mouth
is.
You're putting your money where your mouth is, and I admire you for that.
Yeah, it'll be either a hilarious failure or most likely very glorious. But they're all backstop, right? And especially with the with the PDUFA.
Yeah, I mean, you're not relying strictly on Gali, but Gali is a sexy drug.
Yeah, Gali is sexy, but then there's Factor D, and then there's Dotralostat, which I mean that's what it should be there for. But
so you have a triple play. Well, you have 3 shots on goal. You have 3 shots on goal. I guess I should.
I think you'll see some more insider buying next week.
So the official Jake and Dr. J rating on this one is a strong buy, right?
Strong buy,
Strong
especially at these.
CODX and then BioNTech. CODX, Go Diagnostics, this one. Professor Spike is hurting on this one.
Yeah.
Dr. J is hurting, but so what? I sold enough of it on the top, at 30.5, and then 27.5, that I can absorb this hit. I don't like it, but I can absorb it. And plus the fact that it ain't going down forever. I drew a double line of support. It's trading between the lines now. So Dr. J should go and buy more. If I have the same kind of conviction that you do, I'd be buying more of this. I think I'm going to go shopping after the show. What's on my list so far? ADAP. I got to write it down. ADAP, CODX, and BCRX, and maybe even CBM. Maybe everything we talked about. I can't, I got to put my money where my mouth is, and it's already there, but I see no reason not. I see no reason not to.
What's the earnings,
The earnings date on COD, they just had earnings. It collapsed on earnings, didn't it? It was collapsed right here.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, the 13.
Yeah, on 8/3, must have been 8/3 the earnings. Was this before earnings, the day before? I don't know. This is when I got rid of some of it, and then I started buying it all the way down. I'm buying the falling knife, and I don't care because I'm buying at lower prices. I don't think it's going to fall forever. It's not going to zero. I don't think it's going much lower at all. So ABC 1, 2, 3. That's how easy riches can be. The name of that test is ABC. It's due out in probably late fall, and it's going to blow away everybody. Combo flu COVID test. One-stop shopping. I love it. Okay. That is why I'm buying it more than any other reason. APT is a total collapse. I wouldn't say total. That's too strong a word. But it hurts. It even hurts me, even though I sold my whole position at 22.5 and started buying into it on the continued decline from 20. I'm still hurting enough that I'm not happy. So I made money on it twice. I made money on it when it ran to 40. I made money on it recently when it was like 25, but I didn't sell at 25. Sold at 22.5, but I made money. Now, for the first time, Jake, I know what it feels like to be behind the 8 ball on APT. I don't like it, but I know what it feels like now.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't like to give back. I don't like to give back. Look at this. This is the old lady's shoe. We got the old lady's shoe pattern. This is forming a bottom. We got the old lady's shoe pattern. Go find that in the textbook. The old lady's shoe. It's one of my favorite patterns, the old lady's shoe pattern. You're not going to find that in the textbook. You see how it's dancing along this 1550 area. Very nice support. 1588, whatever it is. What was the low today? The low today was 1567. What was the low back 4 days ago? The low 4 days ago, 1561. So it didn't even make a new low. It's just bottoming out. This is the end of the shoe, the old lady shoe pattern. Look at the 9-day, how it's hugging the top of the 9-day. It's just an interesting looking pattern, which I found if it dances around with a very big toe long enough, it breaks north. You can name this after Dr. J, the old lady shoe pattern. All right. So I'm not panicking. I might buy more of it. Well, to be very consistent with my philosophy on APT and Lake, I've been buying it almost every day. I think I'll go back and continue to do that. I'm not going to be dissuaded by a little drop. Probably a buying opportunity. All right. That takes a lot of guts to keep buying into the falling knife. Either guts or stupidity, one or the other. But I prefer to think it's guts in my case. Because very, very, very few people have called me stupid. So I suppose it's more guts than stupidity. All right. Let's see. What else did we want to talk about? Lake? How about Lake, if we're talking APT? Lake is already shown the turnaround.
Pull up.
Lake has turned it around. So that's, to me, they're sister companies. If Lake turned it around, APT will turn it around. You can see the big difference in the chart between APT and this one. Why do I have Lake up here twice? Did I look at it already? Am I getting senile? Did we look at Lake?
I thought we did, right?
Dr. J is
all these testing
senile.
companies are just saying it.
I'm getting a little worried about myself now. Stupid I'm not, but senile
Yeah, me
maybe,
too.
if I don't remember what the hell I did 5 minutes ago. It's harder for me to remember what I did 5 minutes ago than what I did 50 years ago. In particular,
Yeah, long term versus short term.
Yeah, in particular, pills drive me crazy. Did I take the pill? Did I not take the pill? If I take the pill again and I took the pill, I'm able to kill myself. So I got to be very careful with the doggone pills. And that's no joke. BNTX, I can brag a little bit. Should I brag a little bit?
Yeah, what's going on with it?
I don't know, but I'm making money. At least I was making money. Let's see. Let's see if I'm still making money. You know what? In the morning, it looked like I was up about 5 points from where I bought it the day before. I'm up about 6 points. Yeah, that's good. Pfizer and BioNTech, the news story that broke this morning is that FDA approval may happen as early as October.
Yeah. Check out
what does that
BioMarin.
translate into? Check out what?
BioMarin, BMRN. They had they took like close to $10 billion off their market cap because they got a CRL from the FDA. It's like a 1 year delay kind of thing. It's a CRISPR company, but they have a ton of other drugs in the pipeline. So I think it's a total overreaction to the drop. mean, check it
I
out.
like
Yeah.
I like stocks like that. There's no question.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, last week it was 120. Right now it's at 75. That's like 10
I
bill
feel
market.
good. I feel good that I went gaga over this one when I saw it on Wednesday. This one made me
Oh,
go
yeah.
gaga. I started to
Really?
drool. Yeah, I started to drool on this one. So I
Wow. So
drew
you
the.
like this too, huh? I mean, the drug's good. The FDA just, asked for more information, and they resubmitted it yesterday. So once
Well,
again, I mean, a reaction.
I'm still on BioNTech, not BioMarine.
Okay, got it.
I'm still on BioNTech. I'll go to BioMarine in a second, but it jumped on the news, and it gave back some off the high. It was $76, and now it's settling in at 72.50. Still an opportunity to get in. It's sitting at the 50-day. FDA approval in October, the first vaccine maker, let's say, that's worth a pop. It had a pop, but it'll get another pop in October, a big one. So I'm holding this one. I might accumulate more. So I did go gaga when I saw this chart, and I bought it. I went gaga and I bought it. All right, Lady Gaga. Did you like that movie, Star is Born?
Yeah, I heard good things, but I don't know. Haven't seen it.
You didn't see it? I didn't see it either because I wasn't crazy
No.
about Streisand movie when she did it. I think they did that movie about 4 times.
Yeah.
I saw the Streisand movie with Redford. I wasn't crazy about it. So I decided to take a pass on Lady Gaga. Although I hear she was better than Streisand. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I heard good things.
Yeah. So it certainly broke this downtrend with this move today. This was a convincing break of the downtrend. Of course, I don't want to see it give back much more than it gave back already. I don't want to see it close as a doji or worse, red. I do not want that. A small green body I could live with. So I'm happy with the candlestick. I'm not thrilled with this candlestick, but I can live with it. I'm not going to be happy if we turn red and close at the bottom of the day. That will not bode well with me. As a new shareholder, my newest, this is the, I really reined in the number of stocks that I own. And now I'm beginning to expand out a little bit with this one and ADAP. All right, MA, you're getting me engrossed in ADAP. I'm beginning to become a believer. And if it behaves the way I think it's going to behave over time, I'm going to owe you one. All right, Miso. Oh, you wanted me to check BioMarine, right?
Yeah, check that one out. I actually would like to
We have a
rely
little,
on your technical analysis.
we have a little consolidation off the highs of 21.28, but that's nothing. It will be in the mid. This one will be in the mid 25s. I don't know about CVM, but this one will be in the mid 25s prior to the update on the COVID trial. And the update on the COVID trial I expect maybe in a month or two. And this one has the potential to be selling in the 20s, no doubt. I own much more Athesis than I do Miso, but I kind of wish it was the other way around. I guess I could do something about that, right, Jake? It's called sell some more Athesis and buy some more miso. But yet, out of inertia, I probably won't. I'm not totally unhappy with the prospects of Athesis. In fact, I believe it has excellent prospects. So I'm not going to do that, but I may add to my miso position. It's got this beautiful. Is this a beautiful trend? I love these stocks that just take off and don't stop, like this one appears to be. 1117 back here, wherever that is, whatever date that is, and straight up. Beautiful chart, pulled back to the trend line. Gotta like miso. Like the fundamentals too. I think I've been saying all along, the winner of the COVID odds race. And then they got an advisory committee ruling, went their way on host versus graft disease that young children suffer from. I think it's a terrible, it happens to be a terrible disease. And there's really nothing for it. So if this works, it'll be beautiful. Feel bad for those kids. Okay, BioMarin is what symbol?
BMRN.
BioMarin.
Yeah, BioMarin. Yeah, they got a CRL early this week when their pipeline's full.
It's been selling off for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks.
BioMarin?
It's been selling off. It's been selling off from before that.
No, it was sold off at every. No.
Well, it sold off. It was
basically flat before it.
131.95, and it sold off to as low as 115. That's dropped 16 points, and then it collapsed.
Well, the collapse is the CRL, but
there was weakness prior to the CRL, so there was some negativity by investors prior to that, as if it were expected.
Yeah, for the 6 months, right, post COVID, it was like at $80 or 90, and then it went all the way up. It ran all the way up to the 130 before it crashed back. Yeah, on the CRL. But it's a revenue generating.
I don't mind playing this one, but I do mind playing it yet, because usually a crash like this, it takes weeks, if not months, before it consolidates. So I wouldn't be in a hurry to play this one.
Okay. When would you play it? What
I would watch. Remind me on a weekly basis to look at the chart.
Okay.
Right now, it's not a buy.
Okay.
In my opinion, of course. AstraZeneca. There's so many that we could look at. I mean, there's no end. CYRX I should look at. Somebody.
Yeah, so many. We do. We do got to do a time check. It's been an hour. It's a long show.
How long have we been at it? An hour? We've been going an hour.
Yeah.
Right? See if anybody has a special request.
Yeah, we've been going.
Otherwise, we'll call it quits. Anybody have a special request? Pete says Athesis. Much stronger than
Oh, yeah.
miso. I don't think it's stronger than miso. Miso is in a pretty good cash position. Miso has a market cap that's much higher. Miso, it looks like they're about to have a drug approved. I don't know how you figure that Athesis fundamentals is much stronger. What Athesis has going for it is a potential huge market in stroke. AEMD, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Sure.
AEMD, and we
Let's
wrap
do it.
it up. AstraZeneca on Wednesday, I said is a buy at 55. Did it hit 55 today? 55.24. If I wanted to get into AstraZeneca, I would probably just get in. But I think it's a great buy at 55. All right. Let me look at AEMD. What did it go down? 10 pennies today? Some significant amount.
Thanks.
I think the chart's telling me 130, right? The chart looks
That's
like
where it was before the big spike.
The chart
Yeah,
looks
no
like
COVID.
the main support. I know without looking. 130 to 135 is the main support.
Yeah.
But that could change on the dime, doesn't have to drift all the way down there. It could change on the dime given news. What was this close here? 141. I think there's an excellent chance we see 142, 141, and below that even, let's say 130. You could see the one I told Jake on day one after the earnings report that we're very likely to see 130, 135. I'm going to stand with that. I did not sell any. I still have a considerable amount of shares, and I just don't care. Maybe it's out of inertia, but I quit adding to it, but I may add to it if it gets down there to 130. I probably will, as long as the COVID news is not bad.
I'll go back in next week.
If we hear that the COVID trial has been suspended, then I probably will just unload.
Yeah, if the COVID trial is suspended, then we're all screwed, at least in the short run. Yeah, it's a risky one, right?
It's a risky one. We said from day one it's a risky one. But if you have a good feel about this, I don't have a bad feel about it. So it might be worth the risk.
How many patients have been dosed? Do you know?
Jake, on a successful trial, this is a $4 or $5 stock.
No, more. I mean, maybe even 20. I mean, the market cap is like $15 million.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, this can go ballistic, but yeah. But do you know how many patients has been dosed?
Well, at the time of the earnings call, one was treated.
Okay. So we only need a couple.
I promise. I'm making a promise to everyone. I will definitely talk to Tim Rodell sometime next week and get back to you guys with his perspective on what's happening. So is that a good promise? A fair promise?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
One thing that's good is that we text occasionally, and he told me very, very busy these days. He's extremely busy. When a CEO is extremely busy, usually that's good. I think.
That is good.
I think.
Or just, you can also just be saying it, but I
It could be that he's extremely busy doing damage control, but who knows?
We'll see.
And extremely busy to me sounds productive, in a productive sense, whether it be the exosome trial or the cancer trial or what, whatever. Gregory, SRNE is one of those companies that could go either way. I mean, it could collapse to 2, or you could get juiced and go run to 20 again. So I don't even want to look at the chart. It's a highly manipulated company with suspect management, and Jake says to pass. But it doesn't mean
I'm not touching. I mean, you might get a pump, right? But I'm not going to mess with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're in it for the pump. You're in it for the pump. That looks interesting. You want to go to the casino? Looks like you got a good one. TCDA. Bet on the PDUFA meeting. Binary event. You're assuming approval, David.
Yeah, I'll probably be aftermarket today if the PDUFA date is.
All right, TRVN. I don't follow
It's
that.
Saturday.
I think it had a nice run, Jam, but didn't it have a nice run, TRVN? At one point, it had a nice run. And Magnificent Dancer says BCRX is ready to go at it again. Stay tuned. And Pete says Athesis. Look, I have more money in Athesis than any other biotech still. But I'm still, as I said on Wednesday, I looked at the chart on Wednesday, and I told Professor Spike it's susceptible to going to $2 easily before rebounding. I do expect $4 before data at the end of the year. But in the interim, it could drop from $2.30, $2.40 to $2. I don't want to chart it because it's too late. It's time to say goodnight to everybody, or good afternoon, or buenos dias, or something.
Yeah.
What do we say? What do you say in Texas? Tex-Mex, buenos dias.
I guess so. I mean, I don't really know.
You don't know. You don't know any Spanish. None.
No, I mean, adios. Yeah.
Adios. Adios, amigos. Till
Adios.
Luego, until we meet again. Ciao.